Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. If you've already watched one of these videos for June 2023, you can skip the intro. There'll be a timestamp below. For those of you continuing to watch the intro, this is going to be a horoscope slash zodiac slash astrology reading for June of 2023. That's just when it's being released. It's for you whenever you come upon it. I didn't do it for May because I had a lot going on in real life. I figured out that I was autistic a couple months ago, and I've been getting used to some new medication while I'm waiting to get tested. I've had a lot of family stuff going on in terms of medical travel and emergencies and all of that. I've also been doing a lot of work on updating the thumbnails and descriptions in my YouTube playlists. I need to update my website some more and some other stuff related to my business. So I did the second half of my deck of angel cards in the interim here. This is going to be the back of the deck. We'll have more information on these when they come out, and you'll be able to see more of the images once that's finally published somewhere. Hopefully soon. I've got some more work to do with these plates before I can get that happening. In addition to the other decks that you can see on my channel, I've just gotten the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck. If you've been watching the June card of the day on my social media, you'll see a few of these in there. And once I feel more proficient with the deck, I will be doing a review of that in my Cats Hit the Deck review playlist. I think that's all of the major business that's going on right now, so we will see you in a few seconds in your reading. Alright, we have Cancer here. When I was getting ready to pull cards for you, I was thinking about how the sun is going to go into Cancer on the summer solstice on the 21st, while the moon, which rules Cancer, is in Leo. And I got an earworm, Catch a Wave, by the Beach Boys. So the lyrics are, catch a wave, you'll be sitting on top of the world. However that goes, the solo. So I got the Slinky out because it matches that kind of wave function. And this is your totem for the reading. So we're doing my triangulation spread for you. This is June 2023, or whenever you find it. I didn't do one for May, but, you know, I was busy doing job things and autistic things. So I would like to know, comment down below, if you're watching this, are you autistic? Do you have ADHD? Are you neurospicy in some other way that you feel like sharing? And is there any kind of reading that you're looking for that would be helpful to you? So comment that down below if you feel able to and would like something specifically from me in that regard. Alright, so the way that this reading works is we have past, present, and future. The times are all connected, they're all feeding off of each other. And the card that I just yanked out from behind there is the topic or problem that we're dealing with. So for Cancer, we have set your boundaries. Now, I have a Cancer ascendant, so I can tell you that boundaries are hard when you want people to love you, and it feels like if you say no, that you're going to hurt somebody's feelings. And we know what it likes to have our little feelings stomped on, so we tend to be like the water and just kind of move until there's no room left for us. So let's look at how Cancer is dealing with boundaries in the past. Oh, I should point out that this is my music deck that I made for myself. I just finished that other deck, and I was going to redo the music deck so it would be available, so Not yet, but maybe eventually. And this is my phrase deck that I made out of random stuff that I found lying around and copied. All right, so in the past, Cancer, we are dealing with this High Priestess, and it's kind of inverted. So you have the Man on the Silver Mountain, another sort of moonish energy. Because it's June, we've got a big rainbow on there. Richie Blackmore's Rainbow. The High Priestess, the Man on the Silver Mountain. Okay, so I usually associate the High Priestess with Pisces, even though in the Tarot deck, for some reason, it's also the Moon. Moon inverted is Sun energy. But what we're doing is, it's like I feel like I've given up my throne to somebody else, right? I moved so far that I fell off the whole goddamn tower. You know, like a King of the Hill game. Not the show, but when people climb up on a hill and shove each other off until only one person is still standing on there. So we have this sort of descent into madness, or you know, I'm not trusting my intuition, right? High Priestess is, you know, I'm vibing, I'm picking up, you know, I'm picking up information about who's coming to get me or not. But when my, I'm gonna get these out of here. If my High Priestess mode is off, that means I'm not getting any information and somebody can just shove me around. Because I'm not trusting those spidey senses. You know, it's like I've been rendered to being a side character in my own life. So how are we dealing with this presently, Cancer? We have Strength inverted. So we have El Condor Pasa, Simon and Garfunkel. I'd rather be a hammer than a nail. I'd rather be a sparrow than a snail, if I could. It's like I want to have the strength, but I'm in a weak position, right? Someone's always strong-arming me because I'm way down below and they're up here, like, you know, throwing all the rocks down. You know, like I feel small down here. But this is the Sun. The Strength card is the Sun. So I have Moon inverted, Sun inverted. It's giving that Sun and Moon are switching places. I have an eclipse. Day is night and night is day. What's going on? You know, equinoctial energy. Which means that I have an opportunity to balance things out, because the equinox is when the days are the same length as the nights. The summer solstice, the days are longer and the nights are shorter. And then in the winter, the nights are longer and the days are shorter. But what we have here with Cancer becoming the house of the sun, the house of the rising sun, for the next month, it's like I'm shining a flashlight on all the hiding spaces for the weapons for the people that are up here trying to throw shit at me. You know, it's like I might have the worst ground, but I am becoming more tactical, right? Like, bring out the tactical ferret. Let's do this shit. And then we have 10 of Wands, red light. Eddie Murphy featuring Snoop Dogg. So it's like red light, stop right there where you are. And the future is always in the challenge position in this reading, because it's something that's still being formed from our perspective in the 3D world. But it has a direct contact, like feedback to both the present and the past, which is why we have the triangle here. 10 of Wands is like being overburdened, right? I'm not going to be oppressed, right? It's like Monty Python and the Holy Grail with Dennis the Peasant. He's like arguing with King Arthur about how people become king. And then King Arthur shakes him and he's like, bloody peasant. And he's like, you saw him repressing me. You saw it, didn't you? Help, I'm being repressed. And that's the energy of the Ten of Wands here. It's like, wait a goddamn second. Like, this isn't fair. So we're coming in Ten of Wands. Saturn in Sagittarius. It's like the rule is trying to move rapidly from one place to another. I'm going to push you off. I'm going to be on top. I'm not going to be down here, you know, crouched on the ground and you're sitting on me like I'm a chair. Like, get your ass off me. All right, so the result or advice or overview for this reading for Cancer. I cried and cried and I couldn't muffle it with my hand, 111. So we have this universal timing coming in here. The 111 makes me think of the Chariot, which is Cancer energy, which would be movement. The set your boundary starts off 171, but the way it's written, it looks like the absolute value of 7, which is also the Chariot. We also have 3, which could combine to be the Empress, which is sort of a personal power and abundance, creativity. All right, so you can let people oppress you, but the idea that it's not fair and I'm mourning the loss of my personal power so hard that my grief cannot be contained means that I'm in a position 10 to not put up with it anymore. It's not just, oh, I'm sad. It's, this can't go on. I'm either dying or I'm fighting. And it's sort of the point right before rage where it's, I feel loss of power, but the rage means this is not happening anymore. And that's why we see this fire energy coming in with the wands here and the strength here. What happens when we add fire to water? We get a boil, right? Cancer is boiling. Cancer is on the move. Cancer is creating energy and heat. And when water gets to a boil, it can scald you immediately. And it's kind of like if you put a frog in a pot and the water is cool, you can boil the frog alive and it won't hop out of the water, because it's happening gradually. But if you throw that frog in the water that's already boiling, it's going to be like, fuck, and get out of there. And this is kind of what's happening with Cancer. It's like you don't set your boundary until you're frothing. And then the pinchers come out. And you're like, no way, motherfucker. So here is a reconciliation for Cancer where you get a little bit of pinchy to keep moving so that you take the time in the future to maintain your boundaries. Now, you can let people come up here and sit with you, but if they try to push you off, then it's pokey time and get the fuck out of my face. And it takes a while to learn that if other people's feelings get hurt by that, it's not your fault. They can go sulk, and that's their karma or emotional work to deal with. Because they have their own hill they can sit on. They don't need yours. And that's what this is all about. All right? So take it easy, Cancer, and we'll see you later. Thank you for watching. Stay connected with CATtheMinion energy work. Check out my complete suite of goods and services conveniently from my Linktree. linktr.ee/CATtheMinion. Color your way into some relaxation with my coloring books Energy Forms and Draco Forms on Amazon. Get groovy with fashion and home accessories from my Cafe Press or Redbubble shops. Decorate your environment with original art and divination tools from my Etsy shop.